Good morning, Victoria.
Morning, good morning.
Here we are at day 12.
Day 12, 12 minutes. I can't believe it. We made it.
Well, I am excited, and so we're gonna jump in, and we'll do a recap, and we'll talk about it a little bit after we've had time to process the process. But for today, let's jump in and get to the 12 minutes, the magic number according to science. That if we are consistent about doing at least 12 minutes, that will have make changes to our brains that actually cause us to be less fight or flighty. But that's a technical term. So um, which is pretty exciting. I think
Yeah, so this is the magic number. This is the magic 12. So I guess before we press our numbers to really like notice in ourselves if we feel different, right? Notice if the flow
Mhm.
we're really feeling and being in the meditation, that this 12 minutes is so substantially different from the 11 we did yesterday.
Mhm. That is interesting, isn't it? They must have studied, but for some reason it was the 12. 12 is the number. Um, but yeah, so just to sort of do a quick sort of recap, what I've noticed is helpful to, as we've talked about, to focus on the breath, or if I find my mind wandering, to try and sort of let go of the thought, and just notice it. Like we talked about the leaf on the river. I'm standing by a river and my thoughts are just leaves on the surface of the river passing by. And I can let them go.
Hmm.
Um, and there's always the breath to come back to, and to notice. But mostly, I think I personally had a misconception of what it was supposed to be like. But so I find the most um, peaceful is when I am present, which is like, duh, that's what we're doing. But it's not about trying to just do nothing. It's really just about being, right? Do you think that's accurate?
I think that's beautiful. It is about being. Like think about our day-to-day lives, how much time we spend in the past going over stuff, how much time we spend in the future worrying about things. Like it really is about being now, because absolutely being right now, you and I are safe. We have everything we need.
Mhm.
Right? So
Mhm.
being here, being right now is what it's all about. And so practicing what that feels like in that body, in our body, what that feels like to come home to that, to bring ourselves into it.
Mhm.
And I'll just share the tidbit for me because um, I must admit I haven't been giving my thoughts permission to go anywhere. I've just, let them come in and out,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I'm bringing myself back to breath. So I'm doing central channel breathing, which is,
Mhm.
breathing along this long linear sort of up and down system in my body, breathing in, breathing out to the sky, breathing in, out to the ground, breathing in again. And then, as you do that, you start noticing along your breath where you're paying attention, what you're paying attention to. And it's sort of this rhythmic up and down that
Mhm.
now is becoming habit for me, and I'm paying attention to what my breath feels like in specific areas, and then releasing and coming back down and releasing down to the ground, so feeling connected while being
Mhm.
while being present.
Hmm. I will think about that. No, I won't think about it, but I will meditate on that as we get started today.
The other thing too is like you just said, meditate on, right? Like lots of people ask, like, and we did it on Saturday. Think of a question
Mhm.
before you go into meditation that you may have been ruminating on, that you may have been obsessing about. Think about
Mhm.
it and then let it go. Like just go,
Mhm.
I know the answer will come, and then meditate. And then at the end of the meditation, do some free writing and just write until your hand like literally stops
Mhm.
writing. And it's amazing what will come through. Like that's what we allow ourselves when we stop the actual thinking.
Yeah, so good, so good. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. All right, so let's jump in and get going for today. If we're going to do the 12 minutes and
Great.
um and then we'll
All
get
right,
on
so I'm going to
start
turn
our
my
Thursday.
camera off. I'm going to
Okay.
turn my camera off today, but you're my evidence. You ready?
All right.
And 12 minutes starting. Mm. We're back.
Feel my brain changing already.
I know, right?
I will say one thing I've noticed has gotten easier since we started is so I tried a few different things. I had AirPods in. Mostly I haven't, but a couple times I did. And that's nice because there's noise canceling. Um, but more often I haven't done that. Um, because I like being like in the room. The challenge is that there's stuff happening, right? Are noises. But I find that I can hear them without being distracted by them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes but in the past, I know when I tried my previous attempts years ago at meditation, I would find that very like I would get carried away immediately if I heard somebody in the kitchen clanking. I immediately be
Mm-hmm.
like mentally down there, thinking about what's going on. um, but it's actually enjoyable for me now to sort of sense where things are in space. I heard an owl that I probably wouldn't have been aware of otherwise, and things like that. So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that you've articulated is that you can hear the noise now without being attached to where and what
Mhm.
it's coming from.
That's the perfect word. Yeah. Yep.
It's so good. It's such a great way of noticing that you are being present.
hmm That's it. We use that word all the time, and I think I'm actually understanding it now.
Great. Oh, great.
Um,
And you know
um,
what, too? I want to say before we did this 12 minutes, I mean, I felt like, I had a jump start. I'm not used to waking up with an alarm anymore. Really got out of the habit of the alarm. So for this 12-day challenge, I've gone back to having an alarm.
mhm,
And I was feeling groggy. I went to bed late and I was feeling very, very groggy when I woke up and feeling, a bit heady and feeling sleep deprived. And after our meditation, like I feel clear, I feel good. I
mhm,
feel
mhm,
like, okay, I'm ready for my day now. And
mhm,
what's interesting about that is even though it was a foggy jump start, the time spent in meditation sort of cleared away the fog and the
mhm.
clouds, and now I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Love that. Oh, great. Well,
So thank you.
let's get into the rest of our days, and I will see you later in the Brighter Days group. And thank you for these 12 days. This has been amazing. I love that we did this together.
Thank you. Yes, I've loved it too. And yeah, I mean, I would love to hear like from people who have gone through the process, whether or not they've dialed in every day, like gone through the process and what the ahas have been, at the beginning, halfway point, and now at the end. And if there's a time slot, like a number of minutes that resonated and
Mm,
feels the most achievable, the most comfortable, the most
mhm.
desirable.
Yeah, love that. And just to let everybody know, um, let's say you're watching this video, but you haven't done all of the ones leading up to it. You can go back and do them and work up incrementally, or you can stay here. Don't feel like you missed out. The videos are here for you, and so are we. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
And we got through it. We made it through the other side. So if
Yeah.
we can do it, you can do it too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And let us know. Let us know if you're doing this along with us. I know, yeah, we Victoria and I were committed, even if nobody else does it, we're doing it. So, would love to hear though if who else has been following along with us,
Yeah.
imperfectly or not.
Exactly. Imperfectly. In fact, and imperfectly is way more fun, isn't it?
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. All
We
right.
had
Thank you,
our own
Victoria.
imperfects.
All
Sorry.
right. I'll see you. I'll have a great weekend and I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.